Hello everyone and welcome to the podcast for Not Ready to Make Nice Part 1. Right off the bat, I just want to start by saying this was probably my favorite episode so far of the second half of this season. There were so many great moments in it. The big plot of this episode was Claire and Jake, of course, and also Jenna possibly getting her way in with Jake and Claire's reactions to all that. I really like the continuation of their home life because obviously that's such an interesting aspect for the show, to have step siblings living together who once had a relationship, and how are they interacting, and their parents just got married after Claire's parents were divorced, and there was a cabin mention in tonight's episode, a lot of callbacks to previous episodes, which I love on this show. I love when they reference stuff, and it's like tonight they went crazy, referencing a bunch of old plots, characters, everything. And we had an introduction of a new character, Summer, who kind of runs this place where kids can go when they, don't have any place to stay. Right when she was talking, just the way after Claire left, just the way the camera held on her for a few seconds, you could just tell something was not right about this place. And as the preview tonight showed, which, by the way, another great thing, I'm jumping all over the place right now, but another great thing about the promo is we finally got a full screen, regular promo at 9:30, right when the episode ends. We don't have to wait and watch that dance show. And I mean, some serious stuff is going down. I mean, that looked crazy. I knew something was not right about them. You could just tell something weird is happening. And and speaking of that house that Summer, and the guy's name is Cash, by the way. I don't know if it was ever said in the episode, but the closed captionings had his name as Cash. But I was kind of surprised that they brought back Claire's dad. I was like completely shocked. My jaw like hit the floor. I was like, what is going on? What was the point of even bringing him back if she was obviously going to go to this house type thing? But I guess after the house she might go back to him. I don't know, but either way, it was cool to see him again. I thought, they maybe fired the actor or didn't want him anymore, and he kind of fell off the face of the earth. I never expected to see him again, and when we did, I was just like, oh wow, hello. So I mean, that was cool that we got to see her dad and Claire interact for a minute. I did not expect that at all. And just more, I mean, Claire was, she always has these moments where she's a bit uncensored, and I use the term loosely because most of the time she's really tightly wound, and occasionally she has these moments where she lets loose a bit, and those are always great moments to see, especially at dinner with Jenna, when she was leaving and talking about make sure you have a lot of condoms because she's fertile. That was hilarious, and you could feel Claire's pain in a way, and it was just a really awkward moment and well done with everything. Aislinn did great at that. It was a great dinner scene. My, little nitpick about the Claire and Jake storyline, I guess, would be no Darcy mention. I mean, when Claire was talking to Summer, I believe it was, she was talking about her parents got divorced and, step sibling who was once her boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. Why couldn't she have said, like, oh, and my sister is far away, and I miss her, something like that. And we had the Fiona, Eli, and Imogen storyline. A little bit more on the revenge. I'm quite excited to see what they pull off. I hope it's gonna be good. I mean, I feel like it's gotta be something decent because they keep, mentioning it. And I love the Fiona and Imogen, and the Fiona, Imogen, Eli, and the Fiona, Eli, pairing. All the mixing and matching of those three characters. Their scenes are always great and fun to watch. The one thing that kind of makes me, a little bit disappointed is Imogen isn't as crazy as she used to be, and that was the one thing that made her character, really awesome. But at the same time, she is trying to kind of fit in and, kind of tone it down, because she wants to have friends. And you can see that. And I do accept that change in her character. It makes sense for her character to behave in a different way, but I just miss her moments of really, craziness. And also, Fiona mentioned Holly J, another reference to the past tonight. Holly J mentions, we had, the cabin mentioned, the vampire fan fiction, when Claire was talking to Summer, Claire's dad came back. And then, of course, in the Connor plotline, which I actually really liked, we had mentions of Anya with, Owen. Yeah, the Connor storyline now was really good, and I liked it a lot. And I really liked that they didn't make him all of a sudden instantly fit in with all these guys, and everything changed for him. He's still that awkward person. He still doesn't understand everything, but he's on the football team now, and he's interacting with KC and Owen and Drew. The one thing about that one I didn't like though was Mo. I can't stand Mo. He is a horrible, horrible character. He annoys me to no end, and it annoys me that he's been in this season more than people like Adam and Bianca. I'm dying for some more Adam and Bianca stuff. Stephen Stone recently teased that Bianca will be getting, I believe, a big A-plot coming up in the next few episodes. I mean, I read a few of the summaries, a couple months ago or whenever they came out. I don't really remember everything that, was said because I read them really quickly, and, I'm staying away from all the spoilers now, but I don't remember if the Bianca thing was announced, but I am excited for that, and I, can't wait to see Adam again as well. Overall, this episode I thought was great. There was great music, the acting was great, the plot lines were interesting. Everything about this episode I think was extremely well done, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. There was so many things going on. I might have missed a couple things, but, overall, it has me very interested more than any of the previous episodes so far for the second half, and I think this is one of the better episodes so far. I think they did a great job, and I can't wait for the conclusion next week. Thanks so much for listening. I'll talk to you all soon.